Are the puzzle pieces finally coming together? Could it be that all these people, especially JodieSue and Hunter, told bits of the truth? Let's put it all together and see if this could make sense. Starting at the beginning, during Hunter's interview with Chris McDonough, Hunter talks about a call Candace received from Dawn. Hunter said that Dawn called about a man named Andy or Andrew, who was on the property wanting to touch the little kids. Now, I believe this man's name is Andy, since Hunter's dad's name is Andrew, and I definitely think he would have remembered the name Andrew. Later on during that same interview, Hunter says he saw Candace's phone, and there were 13 messages between Candace and dealer, Andy. The first message Hunter claims to have saw said, "It's done." Now, it is the same Andy that JodieSue talks about. Let's move on to JodieSue's rants on her YouTube channel. She claimed that Andy was the one who supplied Candace and the children on 110 Ben Hill Road. Whatever Andy gave them caused the children to become sedated, and then some inappropriate things took place. I will play all these clips at the end of this video, so we can have a clear understanding. However, if you recall an older video of mine, JodieSue says Andy told her daughter where Summer's body is. Her daughter was crying and so upset, but some people said this was just a nasty thing to do, and it didn't mean anything. How do we know that for sure though? Did something go wrong on the 15th June 2021? Did Summer not wake up that day, after being given something by Candace and Andy? This also makes me wonder why the authorities keep coming back to the area, over and over again. They believe Summer Wells is close to home, but we've seen the terrain. It's rough and it can feel like looking for a needle in a haystack. Please drop your thoughts below.
Her husband calls her talking about this dude named Andy or Andrew on the property that's been there for like a week or so, she told me, that keeps stalking the little kids.
Who's that?
Some dude named like Andy or Andrew, I have no idea who it was.
Okay. And why did Don call?
I have no idea. He just called. I don't even know if he was working at the time.
Okay.
But if he was working, he obviously wouldn't know that there was some dude looking at the little kids. I seen 13 messages between her and her I'm gonna say drug dealer because he is Andy. I mean, I don't know if I'm allowed to name his name, but yeah, all I seen was the first message before she started walking up to the mailbox to get up here is that it was done, and I was gonna read the next message of what she said.
I had her crying in tears. I mean, just like in a ball, because for like fucking 5 minutes she just wouldn't lay off, and it was Summer's dead body's laying there, and who gives a fuck about it, and this and blah blah, and she's dead. I mean, right? I mean.
Y'all go over there and ask why exactly it is he was selling drugs to the children at 110. Why he was potentially causing little girls over there to be sedated and to be touched with the shit he was selling over there. Go ask. Because I have fucking questions. Not standing in front of him anymore. Yeah. And I found about a few days before all the shit went down. I'm not kidding, dude. And I got the fucking receipts on it. And I'm sure law enforcement does as well. He had known Summer was also being abused, and he hid it from everybody, including me. And he was very much selling drugs to the children at 110. And to Candace for those children. Now, what all that was, I don't know. But I do know it was happening. And I very much think it plays a role in what was happening to other little girls over there. And I very much do think that it could be part of why Summer looked so asleep. Is maybe possibly Candace giving her the shit Andy was selling to her. So go ask. Because I still have fucking questions. And I think that it was occurring since before the Utah trip. It is part of why Josie was taken to Utah. Even though that was kind of a fucking lie. Right? Why he went to Utah. But it's Andy's fault. And Candace's. You remember Candace saying Josie was, or Alice, or one of them, talking about how Josie was using, and it was the reason he was taken. It's not the reason Josie was taken out there. But shit occurring around that time is why. He's responsible for it. From before Utah until. So you go ask him why he was selling drugs to those children. And to Candace for the children. Go ask. And ask him what type other than weed. But I do know it was happening. And I very much think it plays a role in what was happening to other little girls over there. And I very much do think that it could be part of why Summer looked so asleep. Is maybe possibly Candace giving her